Members of the Ugandan National Association of Building and Civil Engineering Contractors are up in arms against a government decision to amend the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Guidelines.
From the previous one, by introducing another provider called the resident provider, along with the local provider. Now it gives the same opportunities of a local provider or a national provider to a resident provider. And now if the resident providers are to compete directly with the local providers, it means the local providers will be outfitted because the foreign multinational companies that come to compete with them have capacity in terms of financing, in terms of equipment.
Tender guidelines introduced in March last year allowed local contractors to be subcontracted on up to 30% of key infrastructure projects. The guidelines also reserved projects below 10 billion shillings for local contractors. However, with the new guidelines issued on the 15th February this year, the local contractors are worried that they could be pushed out of business.
It means any international firm which has been here for more than 2 years, registered for more than 2 years, can as well subcontract to themselves. So that means the local contractors are still going to be left out of this process.
They want government to review the decision and set up affirmative action for the local contractors, which would allow them grow so that they can compete with international contractors on future projects.
The construction industry is the only industry not regulated in Uganda. You can wake up and start a construction firm and build someone's house. No regulation.
Currently, Uganda has no law on local content that allows contractors to take up construction works. 93% of the profits from the infrastructure works by international companies are repatriated.
In other words, if it is directly and openly now said, it should promote capital flight in black and white, then we may not realize the meaning of being an independent nation.
None of the local contractors participate in them. So what does it mean? It means capital flight. So most of these investments on our projects are being repatriated by the international contractors.
We are not saying we are against multinationals. We are saying we work together. We certainly don't have all the capacities as we are a developing country.
The engineers have written to the Minister of Finance protesting against the new guidelines.
Therefore, we are seeking that we are given an opportunity to say what we also have to say.
Jingo Francis, NTV, Weekend Edition.